This is the last lesson video on writing equations in slope-intercept form. So remind yourself of what slope-intercept form is. This is the equation for any straight line. So if we know the slope of a line and we know the y-intercept, then we can write the equation for any line. So this time we're going to be asked to write the equation of a line that's represented in a table. So once again, we need to find the slope of this line from the table, and we need to find the y-intercept of the line using the table. And once we've done those two things, then we can fill in the equation y equals mx plus b. So let's start with how to find the slope. The equation that's going to be helpful for us for the slope in a table is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This should be in your notes somewhere. So for the slope, we need to choose 2 points. So it doesn't matter what 2 you choose. I just like choosing the top 2 because they're usually the smallest. So this is going to be the first point, and this will be the second point. So that means if this is the x-coordinate of the first point, this is x1, and the y-coordinate would be y1. Then in the second point, this is the x2 point, and this is the y2 point. Now we simply plug in these numbers for the variables in the equation. So y2 minus y1, 12 minus 9. And then on the bottom, x2 minus x1, 3 minus 0. 12 minus 9 is 3. 3 minus 0 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So all that work in our slope is 1. Okay, that's good. And then the y-intercept. So where does this line cross the y-axis? So if we think about the y-axis, what is the coordinate point of a point on the y-axis? For example, right here, if this is 1, that point is at 0, 1. How about this point at -1? This is 0, -1. Any point on the y-axis is going to have a 0 in the x space, in the x coordinate, okay, because that would represent a point anywhere on the y-axis. So in my table, I'm going to look for the point that has 0 for x, and it's right here. When x is 0, y is 9. So this y-intercept for this one would be 9. So now that I have the slope and the y-intercept, I plug them into my equation. Y equals 1, y equals 1x plus 9. And we don't like to write 1's in front of variables, so we just get rid of the 1. And the way this would look is y equals x plus 9. Okay, so this is the equation represented by this table. Let's do one last example. What is the equation of the line represented by this table? So we need to find the slope and the y-intercept. The y-intercept should be kind of easy for us now. Remember, we're just looking for when x is 0, what does y equal? Well, here's the x is 0. So when x is 0, y is 4. So this is my y-intercept. So y would be 4. Okay, now let's do the slope. I'm going to copy down the formula from this page. This is the formula that we like to use. So once again, choose 2 points. Let's choose the top ones. Those are the easiest to work with usually. So this is x1, this is y1. This is the second point, so this is x2 and y2. Now plug in these numbers for the variables. So we have y2 minus y1, -5 minus 4. And on the bottom, x2 minus x1, 1 minus 0. Okay, -5 minus 4 is -9. 1 minus 0 is 1. And -9 divided by 1, that's just -9. So the slope of this line is -9. Now plug in m and b into the slope-intercept equation, and we get y equals negative 9x plus 4. That's the equation of the line represented in this table. Okay, go ahead and move on to your assignment and see how you do.